Alright, so 2007 and a half Ram, 3/4 ton. And this is one of the things I hate on these, and I've had to do them. Let's see. Yeah. So that's trash. But you got to pull the hub to get at that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to lift this up, take the tire off, take the hub out, and get this drive shaft out so we can replace that U-joint. Hey, that was easy. It's done. Now, the video you're about to see is getting that pressed hub out. That's really the hard part. Everything else is pretty straightforward. But I've seen some videos, and it's always on something nice and clean. And all right, this is New England. Salty roads, rusty shit. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Salty roads, rusty crap, you know, not clean. So I wanted to do one in what I would consider real world, you know, a real world condition. So hopefully you find this helpful. So I am going to mention, when I jack this thing up, I jack up both of the front tires, put them on jack stands, and have the whole front end up, because part of doing this is I'm going to have to be able to turn the wheels side by side, side to side. It's just easier if they're both off the ground, and it's not 100% level. It's close to level as I can get it, real world conditions. So I got the back wheels chalked, both sides, to keep the thing from moving. Alright, so the bolts that hold this back are back in here. This whole disassembly is pressed in. So there's a casting nut out here that holds the axle in. I'll take that off. Take these bolts out and try to press that hub out of there. So to help give this thing a fighting chance to be able to get it out, I like to lube it up, and I've had the best success using two types of lube. Singularly, I haven't had any one that I feel like does a lot of good, but I use a really lightweight penetrating lube, and then I use, I don't know, a heavier penetrating lube on top of it, and the lightweight one really gets in, and then I think the heavy one can follow it a little bit easier once that one's in there. So that's how I do that. So the bolts that hold this hub assembly in are usually in really tight. So sometimes you need a 12 point depending on the model year. I think this one I could do a 6 point. I used an impact, and then on the back of it I wound up, I make sure that you got to make sure it's on really good, because you don't want to strip that thing out. So tap it right on there so it's on solid. And then I used a 2-foot breaker bar for this, but that's how I get them started. And I'll go to each corner and make sure that I can get them all started. And then once they're started, I take them out to about 1/4 inch or so each. And the last thing I do before taking the hub out is remove that ABS sensor. Get that up out of the way so that it doesn't get damaged. And just so can you see this? The method here is I'm going to take this socket, and then this is sacrificial. I've unscrewed the bolts a little bit. I'm gonna take this up so that as I turn the steering wheel using the power steering, it's gonna push that right against the big beefy axle. Let's see if I can show you. That's gonna get pushed up against that as I turn the wheel, and that's gonna press that out because it's threaded into here. Some right there. And it's gonna push this bearing hub assembly away from this, which is what we're going to do it on all 4 points. goes again. You gotta use a lot of pressure to get that thing out. That thing's in. Tell you what. Basically, I took this, I put it here, I put this on there, I started the truck and I turned the wheel, and I mean, I really had to lean on it, and we'll push this out. It's out a little bit, and I still will have to push it out more, so I'll back these out another 1/4 inch. I'll probably back them out to flush with the bearing and then do it again. So you'll get to see that, it's easier after the first time. But the first time I had to rev the engine up and lean on it to get it to go. So there it is. think I'll probably need a new piece after today. That was an extension at one point in its life, but it isn't anymore. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this electric tape just keeps it tucked in when you're going to press it out. It keeps your, I don't know what it, your pressing tool, the homemade press tool. And I do believe that Snap-on and maybe Lyle and some of those guys sell a tool that you, I don't know, it's like 40 or 50 bucks. And it's a long socket that's designed to fit on there without having to use this pokey little 3-inch extension destroying setup that I've just shown you. But either if you don't have it on hand or you're just looking to save yourself that 40 or 50 bucks, I can't remember what it costs, then you can use this. Sure. I guess I don't have to take that ball joint off. The bearing feels pretty good. Hate to replace it for nothing. This, my friends, is garbage.